Oh, so it's a 2019 Ram Rebel, getting a new air intake by K&N, going in a pretty slick 2019 Ram Rebel. It's gonna get more cold air from out here through the intake into the engine. More horsepower, more fuel economy, better sound, better idle, better for the environment and your wallet. More on that later. We're gonna open this bay up here. Down there are some mountain attachments. Gonna get this bay open for the new part coming in. We'll attach it here. No big deal here. This was just popped on through these grommets. This is just taken out by hand. So far so good. Got some parts, gonna put it in order, following directions like all guys do, and then we'll get it in the truck. Very excited about this. First part together, just this hose clamp. This hose clamp goes here. Gonna take this piece off by turning off that nut, and I've unplugged this plug, I think that's the IAC, idle air control. Gonna turn off this nut. It's on basically a stem for this air intake piece, and I've already unplugged this plug. Is the I think it's the idle air control plug. Working on taking this piece off. More on that later. This is on the back. It's one of those plugs, kind of like a fuel filter. We've got to pull this tab up. See if I can do it. It's like a fork-shaped tab that locks around this circular-shaped hose that's in here, and this jams in there and keeps it clipped in. I'll probably have to do it off camera. Oof, maybe not. More on that later.
You sure you're going to be able to get this on right?
So there we are. There's that plug-on clip for circular tubes, kind of like a fuel line.
You sure you're going to be able
to
to
a
get
fuel
all this
filter.
back on right?
Yeah, no problem. Comes off.
You're not going to lose anything, right?
Comes off here. There's your throttle body. There's where your air goes and mixes with gasoline. And now we have all this space to work with. More on that later.
I put the air seal, excuse me, on this, and I push it into place. It's actually perfect length, but it goes around every little bend around the edge. And I got about maybe a 1 centimeter overhang here in the beginning, and it was just long enough to reach the other end there.
All right, that may be for a reason. Maybe that bumps into something. So this is where we assemble the filter to the heat shield. Turn these in with an Allen. This is the interior of the heat shield, where the cone is. And this part's going to lead to your throttle body. These are the 3 grommets scavenged from the old filter box, the plastic one. We think we got these going the right way, which is fat side out. So this is going to drop downward into the old bay and attach. Here we are. There's the gaskets. Here we are with the grommets facing the right way. They pop right in. There's 3 of them. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. And we're on our way to assembling this way towards the throttle body. Right. Per the instructions, it says install the provided hump coupler. That's awesome. Here,
We do. We got a problem. Oh, no, no, we don't. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Sorry.
no problem. So here's your hump coupler. You're putting the hump before the coupling. Here is hose clamp 5/6. It's stamped right on there. Gonna lay this on right here. There is your filter. Put it on there. Make it easier on yourself. Keep the screws where you can address them with a screwdriver or sockets and adapters. So you always want to leave them where you can get at them later. As far as positioning goes, I got this pointed straight up 90 degrees. Okay, your step coupler, part 91, goes here on your throttle body. This is the old hose clamp. It's possible I might be removing it. Gonna see if we use it or not. I'm not sure. This is OEM. The other, this may be so OEM it's staying on. I'm not sure. Nope. Can we use it? It makes sense we could use it. Here's the step coupler installed. Pretty snug. Went on by hand. No big fight. And we're going to decide which clamp is the correct one. This is the OEM clamp. I think it's going to service just fine to use that. If I'm incorrect, I will take it out. Here's the OEM clamp. It's got this slot here and a slot here. It makes room for this rubber peg. So here is the new coupler. Here is the OEM clamp. Otherwise, we have the new clamp, which won't accommodate for that rubber peg. So I'm skipping this, anticipating that this is the way to go. If I'm incorrect, quickly we'll undo it and fix the problem. So I moved ahead a little bit. There's the CCV fitting. Instructions as to go in the tube. We moved a little bit further ahead and added the air tube and the top fitting. So out from the plenum, this is the plenum box where the air goes to the throttle body. Out from the end of it is the IAT. That's a little sensor. Usually these things are fragile. You don't want to monkey with it. You don't want fingerprints on it. You don't want oil or grease on it. Just keep it clean, keep it clear. We're assembling the grommet where the IAT sensor goes in. This gives you a nice little landing zone, keeps it nice and tight. It's right on the elbow. It's going to be by the throttle body side. There, nice and quick. Perfect. Now we're installing the IAT, which is it's a temperature sensor. It's gonna measure the temperature of the air coming through here. Send a signal to the computer.
That way or this way, though.
I think it depends which way the plug is shaped. So we'll figure that out. We might have to twist it.
Okay.
The instructions say install at the hump coupler.
Okay, we gotta
first.
Get this thing on. We gotta get the.
And then we'll get to the step coupler next, and then the tube on top.
I'm gonna loosen this. Alright, so we're gonna.
So that slides easily in the hump coupler. And we're gonna strap.
Screwdriver.
Using a flathead, connect the strap and tighten the hose clamp. We're lining these clamps up so they're easier to get at. So these are going to be pointing towards the sky. So real simple. Slip that in. Slip that into the step coupler. And tighten. We'll be strapping another one around. Another clamp will be strapped around here. So this crankcase hose pops in here. This is a quick connect. It's a fitting where like a little circular shaped fork is connecting to the outside of this hose from within this hose, similar to the fuel lines and a line that clamps onto a fuel filter. The what's this thing called? Going to connect the IAT here. Can't figure out right now which shape it is. Does it go on one way or the other? I will let you know. Okay, so the fat side of the harness seems to have connected in there towards the front of the vehicle, towards the radiator. We'll give that a try. If this is just measuring temperature, should be no problem. It's not a mass airflow. We'll give it a try. I think that's the right way. Okay, so we got the filter together with the intake tube connected to the throttle body. We got the IAT sensor in. We've got the CCV connected to the quick connect, and we are ready to give it its first step on the pedal. Okay, here we are. I didn't detect any stumble after the installation. That was the first start. Whoa! It's sucking some air. Oh yeah, you should hear it. All right, I'm gonna lower the hood. Does it feel any different? Oh, he says it does.
Yeah, you can tell the difference in the sound.
You want me to step on it so you can hear it?
Yeah. Certainly sounds like it has more balls.
Wow, and that throttle down is smooth. It doesn't just choke, it lowers down very
You hear the
smooth.
whistle? It's almost like a little whistle.
I think it sounds a little different. He's gonna give it a little tap. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a little different. Doing the first pass by. Sounds a little different.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely, you hit that gas, definitely can tell the difference in sound. The truck seems to have a little bit more pep, wants to move, it's getting more air in there. And time will tell if the mileage promise pans out.
All right, so we'll get back to that on the mileage, and the computer's going to adjust for a little bit and average in some new data. So you may or may not be finding the top performance right now. It may take a few miles.
Fair enough.
All right, we'll check back in. More on that later. All right, so we're about 5 minutes underway. Any thoughts?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I can feel it. I'm getting a better, when I hit the accelerator, it seems to just keep, like it wants to move. You can tell it's getting more air in there, and it truly is. It's unbelievable. I can tell the difference, the sound, the feel of the ride. So far, so good, Phil.
What's it like when you take your foot off the gas?
It keeps going, like almost like I'm still, I still got my foot on the pedal. It keeps like moving.
Definitely sounds different. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beastly.
What's the name of this truck model?
This is a 2019 Ram Rebel, which they don't make anymore because of the woke community thought Rebel was insulting.
Is that really why?
Yes, they no longer, I mean, they still make trucks like this, but it's no longer called Rebel because, anyways, and it's got a tweaked V6. It's not turbo, but it's supercharged.
Ah, sounds pretty nasty. Next on the Manly events, your bro's gonna hook up these windows. It's been a while. What's gonna happen next?
So, a website my son went to, he found mountable steps for the back, and they fold down. So you just kind of kick underneath the corner, and it slowly comes down, placing a step at about maybe a foot off the ground to step up into the cab, and and you get one for the driver's side and the passenger side as well. So I think that's probably the next thing that I'll add to the truck, Phil.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Makes it a little easier when you're 53.
So you're geezing, almost geezing.
I'm almost geezing.
I'm right
up there.
I'm right behind you.
I'm getting up there, you know. Climbing into the back sometimes to move things around it's a little bit more painful if you're gonna, you know, do the climbing. The step will really help, and I'll get one on each side, and it'll be a good thing.
All right. Maybe on one of these next episodes, your buddy, me, 18-year professional window cleaner, I'll make it look like you don't even have a windshield in here. It'll look brand new.
Outstanding. Appreciate the help today, buddy.
You're welcome. Make me a part of the next project.
I'd be more than happy to.
All right.
Beer's on me.
Fantastic.